In 1997, two best friends formed WWE's most notorious faction.
The Generation X, Triple H, HBK,
and revolutionized sports entertainment.
You make your rules, and we will break them.
Forever.
Shawn's last match was March 29th, 1998 at WrestleMania champion. Tag team champion.
And we're witnessing something that WWE has never seen. There's been so much controversy about Shawn's return. Michaels has had several life-changing experiences since his retirement. This match is all about passion and pride. The evilness and the ego of a man that Michaels used to...
Former best friends turned bitter enemies. Michaels wants to exact some revenge on Triple H after being blindsided by a pedigree and put through a car window.
Yeah, Michael, I don't think any of my best friends would put my head through a car window. You might, but it's hard to believe Triple H would do such a thing.
He did it. It was on tape, and we all saw him standing there. He couldn't have been caught more red-handed in such a despicable act. This is the first SummerSlam match for Triple H since 2000. Of course, the game was sidelined last year after tearing his quad completely off its bone.
Yeah, and the game returned from injury to so much fanfare. I never imagined a scenario where he'd become the most hated superstar on Raw, and maybe all of the WWE. But it's happened.
It was January 7, 2002. Triple H returned after a grueling rehab process, and the crowd in New York City absolutely erupted. The ovation was unlike anything I'd ever liked him anymore.
And he gets back in the ring. You know, you have to wonder what the rest of the clique thinks about Triple H's actions as of late.
I mean, they can't be happy, King. Of course, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H were inseparable for years. That's all changed now, though, thanks in a large part to the game.
And now it is Shawn Michaels trying to build momentum. He was one step ahead on that one. Yep, there's the reversal by Shawn Michaels.
And Triple H with a reversal.
That's because the game has a gift for getting out of trouble.
Rolling out of the ring, and it might be time for him to reassess the situation.
He's got him up. Oh, there it is. Well, anything goes in an unsanctioned street fight. It's one fall to a finish, and Triple H knows this. This is his kind of brawl. The game feeds on moments like this.
Well, you know, you're right, King. If there's anything that Triple H looks forward to, it's an all-out war, and he's looking one right in the face tonight. I mean, he's gotten what he wants.
Oh, Cole, that is one fact that we cannot dispute. Triple H is here for one reason only, to prove his point that Michaels is weak. He'll have to prove it right now.
This arena has hosted some of WWE's most memorable cards, including the New York portion of WrestleMania 2, featuring the main event of Mr. T versus Roddy Piper in a boxing match.
Well, you're right, Michael. There's been a lot of great moments here, but perhaps none have been as emotionally charged as this one we're witnessing in the ring.
Wow, how good is this guy?
Oh my, Shawn Michaels is in position.
Sharpshooter's locked in, and man, is he leaning back on it. Oh! Talk about catching a beating.
And the offensive display by Shawn Michaels.
Oh, going to react right now. Look out!
What a huge move.
Oh, man, is he fired up? Sometimes when you go high risk, you crash and burn. And sometimes you knock it out of the park. And that was a perfect example of hitting it big.
Man, Triple H, what offense.
with a beautiful reversal. Oh, ow! Well, we've seen some great action here tonight at SummerSlam, Cole, and we're not even done yet. We still have the undisputed WWE Championship match.
That's right, King. It'll be Brock Lesnar challenging The Rock for the richest prize in the industry, the undisputed WWE title.
And if Brock Lesnar can beat The Rock, he'll become the youngest WWE champion in history at just 25 years of age.
It's hard to believe what Brock Lesnar...
No, he kicks out at 2.5.
Well, Michaels wants to exact some revenge on Triple H after being blindsided by a pedigree and put through a car window. I don't blame him one bit. Could you imagine your best friend doing that to you?
No, I can't, King, and no one here could either based on the response of this electrified crowd. I would say most everyone in this arena tonight is on the side of Shawn Michaels.
Well, I agree, Cole. Just look at these people. I mean, they are definitely in Michaels' corner and showing it right now as we speak.
Now back to the ring.
You know, Triple H claims that he put Shawn Michaels' head through that car window to prove that he was weak.
Yeah, well, I think HBK proved otherwise last week on Raw when he hit sweet chin music on Brock Lesnar, then attacked Triple H as we went off the air.
And it looks like we could be heading back into the ring.
No, not again.
And we're going back between the ropes. What a counter.
Try as he might, Triple H can't put Michaels away. Michaels showing all kinds of character here, and the game needs to find a way to impose his will on Shawn.
Well, that's easier said than done, Cole. Triple H is as tough as they come, but when you find yourself up against a guy with so much heart like HBK, you need to really dig deep to find a way to win.
I'm with you, King. There's a great big heart beating inside of Shawn Michaels, and it counts for a lot. It's that never give up attitude that HBK possesses that will get him through the toughest moments of this brawl. Tonight marks the first SummerSlam match for Shawn Michaels since 1996, when he successfully defended his WWE title against Vader.
You're right. This event has proven to be a somewhat lucky event for Michaels. He's unbeaten when competing in single matches at SummerSlam, including wins over Razor Ramon and Mr. Perfect. The more punishment he takes, the slower and slower he is getting back to his feet. There's a cover.
A kick out, and you can see the frustration start to build.
He could pin his opponent right here.
This is unbelievable.
I can't believe it. Here is your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
After one of the most brutal, severe beatdowns I have ever seen, somehow HBK. Oh! Oh my God!
Triple H with a sledgehammer.
Not that!
From behind.
After everything Shawn has survived, now the sledgehammer. Come on!
Oh, no.
Come on, referee, get the hammer away from the game. This is too much. Sickening. He's going to cripple Shawn Michaels. He may have already done it. Disgusting.
After a 4-year absence, Shawn Michaels made an unprecedented return at SummerSlam to defeat Triple H. But the Heartbreak Kid's celebration was cut short by the vengeful cerebral assassin. The showstopper was forced to take time off due to injuries sustained from Triple H's heinous attack. But despite a humiliating loss, Triple H would soon have reason to celebrate. WWE
This match is personal. It's not about titles here tonight. It's all about Kane getting some retribution from a morbidly disgusting human being.
And why exactly is Triple H morbidly disgusting?
Because of the disgusting, salacious videotape that he aired last week on this broadcast. Man, Triple H, what offense.
Look at these two jockey for position.
Oh, you have to wonder what Katie Vick's family was thinking after learning of the video Triple H showed here last week on Raw.
Well, I can only assume it has reopened a chapter in their lives they were hoping to keep closed, but I'm willing to bet they don't see things the same way Triple H does. The game has made some pretty serious allegations throughout this entire ordeal.
Collar and elbow tie-up.
Here we go with Triple H. Triple H going for it.
He almost took his head off with that lariat.
He used all his weight on that leg drop.
Kane's brother, The Undertaker, undoubtedly has to be considered the master of the casket match.
Yeah, and you'd have to wonder if any of Undertaker's mastery has rubbed off on Kane.
I mean, over the years, we've seen Undertaker bury the absolute best in this type of match. Yokozuna, Kamala, The Rock, they all fell victim to the Undertaker and casket matches.
And let's not forget Triple H's opponent here tonight. Undertaker and Kane squared off in a casket match right here on Monday Night Raw back in October of 1998.
That'll leave a mark.
Good God! Is he pressing a secret button to move that fast? I mean, those kicks won't give you a good feeling. I can promise you that.
A vicious elbow drop delivered with a lot of force.
Triple H looking for some big impact. Have you ever been in a casket, Cole? Have you ever had a casket lid close on you?
No, why in the world would I ever have been in a casket?
Well, I have, and I can tell you that it's absolutely horrifying.
Every time I've been around a casket, it's never been a pleasant experience, so I could imagine what it must be like to be trapped in there alive.
And he dodges that one.
This is the first casket match on Monday Night Raw since 1999. How great is this, Cole?
May 17th, 1999. Undertaker defeated The Rock in a rare Raw casket match, thanks in part to Triple H's interference.
Well, of course, who will ever forget after the match when Triple H